But anyways, I just put my phone down and it turned off. All that tells me is it's a female. This is a bluegill. Some people will call this a green sunfish. They're not wrong, as every kind of bluegill is a sunfish. They're just different versions of them. Okay. That being said, this is actually a copper-nosed bluegill, and it's a big one too. Gotta go off camera to get him off the stringer. Look at that bad boy. Damn! That's for sure. You can lift him like a bass and all. Oh, that's bad for their spine. I read in a magazine, but this is what you'd consider a copper blue nose, okay? Copper blue nose. A copper nose bluegill. Same shit. Okay? My rule of thumb is he fits the description way bigger. You see my fingernail? If I could see that much meat in between eye to eye, I keep him. He's a keeper, barely a keeper, but he's a keeper. This bad boy right here is a male. Okay? Males, dark down here. Females, yellow. Okay? This is a Mayan cichlid. It's an invasive, and you just watch me cut its head off. Okay? These are all green sunfish, which they're still bluegills, okay? Because they have, in fact, the blue line right here. The only difference with this and the one I called earlier is that was a bluegill and flyer combo. This is a green sunfish and bluegill. Okay? It's not really that special, I'm honestly. I catch this kind of fish every day, all day. These behemoths. If you broke your fin a little bit, that's fine. These behemoths are same exact shit, same bait, everything. A little bit lower in the water, okay? A little bit lower in the water. He's a big old guy. Give you some flight or fright. The only reason I'm doing that is because he's not dead. I just want to show you. I had him on the stringer. He's not dead. He could, if he wanted to, be flicking around and all that mess. Okay? He's not dead. Okay? He's alive. Got him on my stringer, everything. He's just a big boy. And I caught him with mac and cheese. Just a piece. With that being said, there's a chute right here that runs right back to the water. I'm going to go ahead and chop his head off so you don't get to that. But, yeah. Already have him off the stringer, but because I'm used to it, I'm just going to throw you right there. Alright, and you can kind of tell I run a certain system because I'm already doing it right now. Alright. I've already cut the head off the cichlid. We're going to continue. It's starting to rain, so I'm trying to get this done. Pull that out. I, at first, was doing this every time. And then it kind of moved on to I just didn't feel like gutting my fish. and cutting the heads off with every fish and scaling them and all that shit. And I was like, I'm filleting them anyways, so I don't need to do that fucking shit anyways. All I really have to do, cut the head off. And truth be told, that's really all I have to do. Cut the head off and fillet it. And I am trying to hurry up, so it's about the pour down run. If I could, I'd rather get away with not getting wet, although I had every intention of coming out here and getting wet in the rain, or at the end of our fishing today, and I'd rather not get wet if I don't have to, okay? But yeah, anybody that I know personally that sees these, and is like, oh, I know that guy, feel free to hit me up, dude. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to want to go fishing with you too. I like fishing. I like camping. I like hiking. I like hiking in with my fishing shit and planning a trip. That's all cool. But if I'm going to camp and do all that, then that's different. If I'm camping, then I'm just camping. If I'm hiking, then I'm hiking. But I do like doing all that shit. Alright. It's the blood off the meat. It just gives it a disgusting taste, honestly. I'm going to cut that out because I don't want it. Cut that because I do want it. Good old chunk of my cichlid meat. My mom was sitting there on the dock telling me, like, damn, you lost a lot of weight. You know that? I said, I know, Mom. And she goes, no, I'm impressed. I said, I kind of am too, you know? Thanks. You know, it's cool and everything. I almost feel horrible because this is a big one, but still gonna take your life, bud. I shot him a message back. I'm aiming to see. Ain't no way. You're alive still? Nope. Alright. Yeah, that kind of hurt. Not too bad, but still hurt. Okay. Look how thick that meat is. Right. Got that white, flaky meat. But I absolutely love fishing. It's fun, dude. Even if I don't catch anything, I still have a good time. I can't wait until I go saltwater fishing and I use my fucking crab trap. That's gonna be nice. But yeah, as anybody that watches my channel, I don't eat the ribs. I don't eat anywhere below this line. I don't eat anything below this line. Some people say it's a waste. In my opinion, go catch your own fucking fish if you want to have that opinion. I don't care. There's not enough meat there compared to how many bones are there. So yeah, if you really want to do it, go for it, man. I advise you to do it. That's what makes you happy. But I don't need to do that. Now, at first, when I first started fishing earlier this year, yeah, I was doing all that shit. I wouldn't eat the red meat, but I was thinking about it. And I realized one of my neighbors brought me over a fish. It was tilapia. Somebody caught on the boat. Okay. Okay. Whatever that fuck was about. Anyways, my neighbors brought me some tilapia. He got it off of a guy on a boat. He literally stopped at a gas station, and because he drinks a lot, was talking to the dude. The dude just ended up giving him tilapia. But he brought it to me. He said, "You know how to fillet fish?" And you know, of course, I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, I know how to fillet fish." But I don't fillet fish. You know what I mean? At that point, I didn't really know how to fillet fish. I did, but I didn't. Someone taught me at the point, but I never really did it. You know what I mean? So he brought me tilapia, and I filleted that tilapia, only for there to be bones throughout every fillet. And ever since that, when I sat there and ate the fish I filleted, and I sat there and ate bone after bone after bone, I spit that shit out. I said, never again. I'm never eating fish bones again. And I haven't since then. I learned how to fillet. Even if I botch a fillet, I look at the way the bone structure looks. I look at where all the bones are going. And then I know this line right here has meat coming this way. I go above it, cut out. I only eat above that. I don't eat below that. So right now, you see that blood line right here? I'm only going to eat above that blood line. I'm not even going to eat where that blood line's at. It's good enough for me. See all this shit at the bottom? You want it? Go get it. I don't want that shit. Another thing, the tails are very good. But when you eat them all the time, you know, I've said that shit too. I ain't had one in a while. So, I'm eating one today. I'm going to take the tails off of one of these fish, and I'm going to eat every part of it. And only to right here, though. You know what I mean? You don't eat that much of it. I know people are looking at me, probably that never had one, like, why the fuck is this guy eating a fish tail? Can't you just eat the fish? Like, can't be that hungry. It tastes like a potato chip. It's got the same crunch as a potato chip. If you're someone like me who lives off the land, because I do, you don't really have potato chips. I mean, I have potatoes at the house. I buy groceries every once in a while, but I buy groceries to make bait the fish. And if I got extra money, I buy chicken and shit. I like shit like that, but I don't got a job, so it's kind of hard. Why am I doing this? Why am I gutting my fish right now? Don't even need to. Alright. It's already started to finish because, you know, I don't start shit, I don't finish. Alright. That being said, one of these little fish is perfect pan fry. And if you don't know what that is, look up pan frying panfish. They're called panfish because they're famously cooked by just taking one of them and throwing it in a skillet. I have a skillet that I use to do that. But I found out, I don't know, 5 months ago, it's way more tastier. More tastier. It tastes better to fry it. 100%. Every day of the week. No exception. It tastes better to fry it. So I started doing that specifically. Go back into my YouTube channel, into some of my first shorts, because I made shorts first, is you're gonna see I have a recipe for my fish, of how I pan fry my fish. If you're really interested in how I do it, there's a video already, and I might make another one that's actually a little more detailed. That's okay. It just requires me to go into the house and make sure everything is spotless first, because, you know, not that the house is dirty, but I ain't trying to have someone say, oh, there's a pot of rice sitting on your stove, or some stupid shit like that. I don't know. There's no pot of rice sitting on my stove, but you know what I mean. Like, I want to make sure my house is presentable, just because I feel like sometimes it isn't. And then I clean it up. But truth be told, I'm a man, a single man, who is by himself. So there's certain shit I don't care about, like sweeping the floor. If there's just a little bit of sand on the floor, or when I came in from fishing, that shit doesn't bother me enough to immediately clean it. I'm gonna clean it, obviously, but it ain't bothering me enough. Or like, oh, it's sand. I don't give a fuck about that. I'll just sweep that bitch up when I feel it on my feet. But if you live with a female, you know, I want it to be female presentable. But that is what it is. But any man should tell you this. It's different living by yourself than it is compared to living with a female. Man, the shit it's just different, dude. And I'm not a dirty guy at all. But I've seen some bachelor pads that are fucking messy, dude. But I'm not like that. I don't like all that shit. I can't live in a dirty house. I got some soul seasoning from the dollar store. What's crazy is you can't buy this fresh of fish. I was talking to him, and my neighbor got it. Because I give him fish all the time. He likes it. He's a fan of it, you know. I said, alright, cool. I said, how did you like the fish I gave you? Because I seen him the other day. I think it was yesterday. And he said, man, that shit was good. I'm like, I'm glad. Glad you liked it, you know? And he said, I think it's crazy how fresh that shit is. I said, yeah, I just caught it an hour ago. He said, yeah, no, I mean, he said, that shit tastes so much better than any fish he's had out of Winn-Dixie. I said, oh, okay. It was just a bluegill. He said, I just got some tilapia, because that's what he calls it, tilapia. I just got some tilapia from the store, and it tastes like shit compared to your fish. I said, thanks, man. And I didn't even cook the fish. I just caught it for him, filleted it for him, and gave it to him. I've only filleted one fish for him. All the other fish, what I do is I gut it, and I get the scales. I gut it. I gut the fish. I don't take the head off. I pull its gills out, and then I just give him the fish like they cook in India, kind of. It's like a whole fish, and I give him to it like that. That way, if he wants to, he can prepare it any way he wants to. But I've told him if he wants me to fillet it, I'll fillet it for him. It'll make a difference to me. But the reason I do what I do is because he told me he likes to pan fry fish. I'm like, okay. So I essentially give him a fish that he can pan fry, but that's already been cleaned. So that when he goes to, you know, you don't gotta gut it or nothing. Because I'm at a fillet house right now. And I don't know if you know, but in Florida, if you got like anything, dude, flies are bad. And they'll fucking get bad, so. But mind you, if I were to keep every fucking tail, it wouldn't be as magical no more. If you eat something every day, it ain't as good. My fish is still excellent. But, you know what I mean, some people will get it, some people won't. But that's alright. I was just sitting there eating food. Because I'm pretty much a pescatarian. I'm not. I'm pretty much in because I eat fish every day because it's how I feed myself. And my mom's sitting there eating the fish I made. And she's going, hey, this is fucking good. And she's like, I can't stop eating this. And I'm like, yeah, it's good, isn't it? And I just took it as a face value. I wasn't like, oh yeah, my food's good. And I was just like, it's good, isn't it? Thanks. And she goes, no, it's like, it's really fucking good. And I'm like, oh. And immediately I was like, oh, have mine, you know? And she's like, no, you eat. And I was like, no, Mom, eat. I was like, I eat this every day. I said, this isn't special to me. This is just dinner. And she just looked at me and started eating that shit. I said, this ain't special at all. It's literally, I eat this every day for dinner. And she said, you eat good dinner. And I said, yeah. I catch it myself too. It makes me feel great. And coming from someone who don't have a job and don't have no way to really take care of themselves, it's about the only way I do take care of myself. And I'm not afraid to say that. I'm looking for a job now. But nobody wants to hire me because I ain't got a car. And I get that. I wouldn't hire someone that doesn't have a car either because they're not reliable. I get that. I do have a ride though, but not my car. But yeah, you can tell it's a lot easier because I've been running through it. You just cut the head off. Just cut the head off. Right there, because it makes deciding easier. Okay? Find you a line and stick with it. You just run it through the back of the knife. And you'll fillet the fish. Easy as shit. Speaking of, I gotta go to the bathroom. But the only thing I don't like being about here is they have no bathroom out here. You gotta walk 5 minutes away to go to the bathroom. But if you're in a boat, there ain't no bathroom either. All I do is recommend you bring you some toilet paper if you're going on a boat. And you gonna have to shit. It's just a matter of when. Alright. This $5 pocket knife is sharp as fuck. I sharpened it. Cut the tail off. Alright. And we're done. All I gotta do is take this fillet off both of these halves. Spray the area. I'm done. I appreciate you watching. I'm gonna say if you did watch, but if you got to this point, obviously you watched my video. So yeah, I appreciate that. If this stuff does interest you, I do it all the time. If it doesn't, find another channel. I'll tell you. I haven't done any camping or hiking yet because I can't afford it. But that's the only reason why. Other than that, I love hiking. Alright. That being said, it has been another video from James. The Simple Lifestyle. Right. Right off. Alright. We're all cleaned up and ready to give. I made another stringer. I just ain't used it yet. Look at that. It's still raining, but not really. I love that I already did my fucking exit for my videos, but the camera's still recording. And the reason that is just because I haven't pressed end yet. Oh, my stomach.